The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And his first look is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Kelly throwing again on 2nd and 10. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers last week for Shady McCoy. 8 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. A look at the starters now defensively for the Bears. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw is Kelly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So that's It's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'2" QB out of North Carolina, former number 2 overall pick. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 17 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up grit and see what happens.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, Kelly. And he finds Tyler Croft. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Kelly. Jones blinking from the contact. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a first down throw, Kelly. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Kelly now, going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Complete to Jones. Oh, now he bowls him over. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
And they'll run it with McCoy. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Kelly. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get things started down at Hard Rock Stadium, an AFC East matchup with the Jets visiting Miami. And it's the Jets who are out in front in that one. A touchdown pass there for the rookie, Sam Darnold. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. A touchdown pass there for Jameis Winston. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Antonio Callaway. A touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Pulled in at the 24. Gets past 1 man. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 59 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Trubisky will throw. And an alley to run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this one go. This is caught inside the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is caught. And he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Hut.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hut.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Buffalo, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.